Hello, everybody. We talked about oysters. So here's the deal. Oyster farmers are having a little bit of a rough time right now because oysters are mostly sold in restaurants. People don't usually order them at home. So what I want to try to do today is teach you how to, well, one, you all saw, I think Emily, I taught her how to shuck an oyster. We're going to see if she can still do that, and she did it. Okay, well, let's see if that still happens. But I also want to try to show you something a little bit more interesting, or a little bit easier, let's say. We're going to steam them open slightly, and then we're going to put some barbecue sauce on some. And then we're going to do a garlic parsley butter on others and roast them, because roasted oysters are absolutely fantastic. If anybody ever been to New Orleans, they do roasted oysters there that are killer. We also had steamed oysters. Emily, where was that? Hilton Head, South Carolina. Steamed oysters, very good. At Hudson's, phenomenal. They were clusters. Anyway, I can't get into that. It was too good. All right, so first we're going to see if Emily can shuck them, but we're also going to show you how to steam them. So I've got a, new camera here, trying to figure. So I got a pot here. I've put a little bit of water, just like a half an inch of water down there. We're going to turn that on and bring it to a boil. I tested this out this morning. If you put them in there, cup side down, like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, it steams them open, then it makes it easier to open them, and then we'll roast them. We're gonna show you how to do that. Actually, I'm not gonna show you anything. Emily's gonna show you. And then, by the way, I have two people here with me today. I have Emily, and I also have Campbell, who's my daughter. She's also gonna help. There's Campbell. Okay, Emily, now why don't we start showing them how to shuck an oyster to start with.
Okay, Campbell is going to pick one out for me.
This one's
make it easy.
I'm gonna try to also do the camera work here. This could be tricky. What are you doing? Get in there. No, get in there.
Okay.
Show them how to shuck. Explain. What are you doing?
I'm going to take my oyster shucking knife. I'm going to hold it correctly.
Show me the oyster first. All right, so the oyster, the cup is on the bottom.
Yep. This is the part you shuck
the flat. Okay, so it goes in, the knife goes in between that little area right there.
Yep.
Okay, now let's see you do this. I think I'm in a bad spot. If you slip that knife, you're going to go right through my eyeball.
Well, it will be worth it.
All right, just get, so you put the knife in there, go ahead.
And then you twist it around.
Damn.
That sometimes happens because they're built of layers. So, you know what happens? You just wipe it off and
built of layers.
You just try again.
She's all like educated on this stuff. Wow. All right, get in there. Come on, little elbow grease.
Oh my God.
Oh, you're on camera now. If you screw this up, we're not deleting it.
All
right, now get it. Now wiggle. Now go back and forth, right and left.
This one is like.
Well, this is the thing. Sometimes, these are alive, so they're going to be.
This one's fighting me.
It's fighting you. You're getting there. Come on, Emily.
The juice is coming out. He doesn't want me in there.
She's getting very nervous.
It happened.
Oh God. Oh, there it is. You got it.
Yep.
Oh, all right. She's in there. And now what are you going to do? Where's that knife going? Tell me where the knife is going.
Around the edge. You're going to move it slowly around the edge.
Well, show the people. They're on the camera.
Oh, you're the camera person.
I know, but the people want to see. You're covering it all up.
Okay. Good Lord. Now, sometimes,
listen, I don't want any complaints about this video, okay?
When you're a beginner, you get to cheat.
So she lifts it up. She cuts the top muscle. It's hooked on both sides.
You cut the muscle from the top.
Okay.
Oyster, which I did.
All right. Okay. Very good.
Voila.
All right. And now what are you going to do?
Now I'm going to cut this muscle.
Did you clean that knife first? Wipe the knife off. You can teach somebody something. You got to teach them more than once. Okay. All right.
And then I flip it.
So she got the oyster out.
There we go.
We got that done.
And look. No shells, very beautiful.
Okay, so now something I want to show you instead of just cutting a lemon the way you normally would. So this is something I've learned a long time ago. You can make a lemon cheek, which will have no seeds in it. You take the lemon and you just cut it sort of on the side so you're not going through the middle. And then, oh wow, look at that, long story short. So then you just get that little, it's called a lemon cheek. And then you can just squeeze a little lemon in it. And then you can hand it to a friend to eat. And she's right behind the camera. That's Gabrielle's having a little oyster for a little oyster snack. Okay.
Oyster shucking 101.
So here we go, Emily. Now what we're going to do, the water's boiling. There's just literally a little bit of water there. And then you're going to take cup side down. Campbell, why don't you put 6 or 7 oysters in there. Cover the bottom. Now there's
Like
going to be
this way?
steam, so it's going to be hot.
Well-
Yeah. Hold on. Let me get the camera over there a little bit more. That's we're gonna move it. Look at this. I don't really know how to use this thing
Well, I
now.
only have 2.
We'll get some more. So we're laying it in there. We're gonna put the oysters in there. Can you guys? All right, put them on this side. They can see them. So the oysters. Oh, no bueno. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Look at that. So the oysters. All right, fill it up. Go ahead. Keep going.
More?
Keep going. Put more. We're gonna.
Did
We're
you
gonna
wash the
steam.
oysters?
Yeah, we actually washed them first. We scrub just with my fingers. Just scrub them. Run them under cold water. So this is so. If you don't want it, now put the lid on it. So here's the deal. If you don't want to shuck them, which I know some people are a little intimidated by the shucking process,
They also don't like raw, I've heard, oysters.
or if some people don't like raw oysters, what you're going to do is you're going to steam them open, and we're going to show you. Oh, look at me with this camera. I don't know what I'm doing.
It's
What do you
fine.
Whoa, nothing. All right, so we're going to let them in here for like a minute and a half. Campbell, do you want to, while this is happening, do you want to try to shuck one? Now, be very careful.
I don't know how to do
You
this.
hold it here, and what you want to do is you want to stick the knife in here, right here. You want to get it nice and lodged in there, right?
Okay.
And then you want to put some elbow grease into it. Push in. And the reason the napkin's there is because if it slips, you want it to go into the napkin and not through your hand.
Oh, is that like really sharp?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really sharp?
And because the reason is you're pushing down very hard. So look,
Very-
see how my knife is in here? Look at this. See how my knife's in there? So you push in, and then you twist.
Okay.
And you rub the knife on the top to cut the muscle. Ooh, look at that. I cut, it did not get all of the shell on that side. But that's okay, because we can fix it. A little bit of shell. And then you cut the muscle on the bottom. And you take that stuff out. And you flippity flip. And you take your
Why do you
lemon
flip
cheek.
it?
I don't know, just so I know the muscle's cut. All right.
Maybe she wanted that one.
Well,
I didn't
you
realize.
guys are wrong.
It's not like what.
Which one looks easier?
Okay, how long have you been steaming? Our video is getting long.
Does this one look easy?
Yeah, you're going totally backwards. Go to the back.
This is going really well so far.
Be careful.
All right, hold on. All right, now make sure the most important thing is lodging the knife in that little thing there, and push down and make sure you're in there before you start doing
I'm
too
not.
much. As you see, this is not easy. It's very difficult.
You could do it, Campbell.
Come on, you're almost there. Oh, there you go. All right,
Well,
no.
you guys broke the shell.
I don't know, but this is because there's layers. Remember, Emily said it earlier.
Oh,
Keep going.
so smart. So smart.
Now just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Get in there. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Pop it open.
But
Almost
it's not
there.
in.
Should I check our oysters?
Well, I just broke the shell.
You could still do
You
it.
can still do it.
Can you help me?
Look, see what? Let me watch. Show you one more time. So you watch. Look what I'm doing. You're pushing in, and then you pop it.
Push and pop.
Push and pop it open. Don't worry, we're gonna practice later. All right, so we got that one. Take the little shell off, cut the muscle, flip, boom. Here you go. You can eat that.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so now we're going to take the steamed ones. Let's see. Come on over here, guys.
Wow, they are steamed open just
Hold
like
on.
that.
Let's show everybody. Let's show everybody. So here are the mussels. They steam for like a minute and a half, and now they just sort of pop open, which is very important for us to be able to show you now. So once they're
And what
it's
maybe beginners should do at home anyways.
exactly.
Obviously.
So you see,
There's still anywhere near
so they're going to be hot, but as you can see, check this out. Okay, there's a lot of giggling. So see how it's popped open a little bit? So now look, when it's popped open, all you're going to do is just run your knife, boom. Look how much easier that is to open it, right? So now that's already open. And because it's steamed, it's basically about halfway cooked. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going
Could
to...
you eat it like
I'm
that?
not doing it. You could eat it like that. You could eat it just lightly steamed and a little lemon. But this is what we're going to do. we are going to do some of my favorite mussels. It's the way they do it. I mean,
These are oysters.
My favorite oysters, the way they do them in Bordeaux. They take a little baguette, and then we're going to put our oysters on top of it. An oyster is going to go on top of the piece of baguette. Watch this. Watch this. This is delicious. And then we're going to take a little bit of butter. So what I've done is I made a compound butter. It's garlic, parsley, and butter. And you put a little bit of butter on there, and then you roast them. Emily, why don't you keep opening these oysters up?
Okay.
Emily's going to keep opening the oysters up while I cut the butter and put it into the oyster shell. And then what I have an oven going at 450 degrees, and that butter's going to melt, and it's going to hit in the get in the oyster, and then it's going to get delicious.
Ooh, these are hot.
So, a little piece of butter right inside the oyster. Where's the rest of my oysters, Emily?
Oh, they're coming up. Chef.
Let's go. Let's go while we're
This
young.
one's a very
See how easy that is, though? Because it's so much easier.
We need another oyster shucking knife. No. This one doesn't look like it popped.
It's pretty. It is. They literally steam right open, and you don't really need an oyster knife when you do it. You could just really just take your hands, cut it, put it on there.
Do you still flip it?
Now the other way I like to do them is you could put a little barbecue sauce on them. Roast them with a little barbecue sauce. That is delicious as well. So what I love about this is the oyster juice, the butter, the garlic, the parsley. It's going to roast in the oven, and all those juices are going to fall down on the croutons, the bread that I put below it, and that's going to absorb it. It's going to be delicious. This video is going to take way too long if we're going to get to that point. So what I'm going to do now is Emily's going to keep steaming these open and getting this done, and then we're going to show you pictures at the end of what these look like. Thank you for joining us, and please support your local farmers, support your local oyster farmers, your fishermen, your everybody. I mean, goodness, we have to take care of them. They've been taking care of us for years, so love you guys. Campbell, would you come and say goodbye?
All right. Coming.
This is terribly unprofessional.
Oh my God.
Terribly unprofessional. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Enjoy.
Love your farmers.
Support your farmers.
Bye.